Hi everyone, this is Liz from Strength and Grace, and I'm coming to you with a yoga vinyasa for Ekapada galavanasana. So that's going to be the end pose that we're going to work toward today. So let's start out on our mats, okay? Coming into Baddha Konasana here. So the soles of the feet are going to be together. Roll your shoulders down and back and extend it through the crown of your head. If you need two blocks on either side here to support your knees, you can do so. Bring those thumbs onto the insides of your feet. Open them up nice and wide as if they were a book. And then just begin to breathe in and out through the nose here. Deep inhales, deep exhales, knowing that you can always be playing your own music if you choose. Closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Letting the breath become your primary focus, your only focus. Moving into that Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath, inhaling, expanding the belly, expanding the ribs, expanding the chest. On the exhale, so from the chest to the ribs, to the belly, finally concaving. So inhaling and filling up from bottom to top. Exhaling and emptying from top to bottom. Great, and then when you're ready, letting your left leg go out in front of you and taking your right foot either into your left hand or your left elbow crease, toenails towards the knee here, right arm comes around, sit that right hip back a little bit, and then just keeping the spine long, beginning to rock here in the hip joint, warming up the synovial fluid. Nice and easy. A little bit longer here. Really important that we warm up those hips for today's final pose. Good, and then releasing that right leg up. Bringing that left leg in, again, left foot either into the right hand or the right elbow crease. Left arm comes around to hold. Sit that left hip back, toenails towards the knee, and beginning to rock here again in that hip joint, warming it up. Spine is long, breathing. Great, and then releasing that hold, letting the legs come into Sukhasana. Easy pose, cross-legged pose. Roll your shoulders down and back, extend up through the crown of your head. On the exhale, releasing the chin to the chest. Rolling the right ear over to the right shoulder. If you have no neck issues, inhaling the head back, left ear to left shoulder, and then exhale forward. If you have any neck issues, just keeping the head in front, rolling shoulder to shoulder. Otherwise, we inhale back, exhale forward. And then reverse stretch. Once again, still exhaling forward, inhaling back. Great, coming back to center, bring those shoulders up towards your ears. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down your spine. Exhale, go forward and up. And then reverse direction. Still inhaling, shoulders back, bring them up the spine, and exhale, forward and down. Great, coming back to center. Inhaling the right arm up back behind you, taking the left hand onto the outside of the right leg. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, extend up through the crown. On the exhale, twist, gazing over right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Great, and then keeping that left hand where it is. Inhale that right arm over to the left knee. On the exhale, rounding the back, releasing the chin, stretching out those shoulders. And then coming back to center. Now we're going to inhale that left arm up, back behind. Right hand stays where it is. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist here. Using your breath. Great, then inhaling, coming back to center. Bringing the soles of the feet back together into that Baddha Konasana here. Okay, finger or thumbs going to the insteps of those feet, opening them up nice and wide, massaging out the bottoms of the feet a little bit here. Starting to warm up. We're going to open up those feet nice and wide. We're going to inhale, lengthen up through the spine, extend up to the crown. On the exhale, hinge at the hips forward. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Noticing if there's any areas of tension within the hips, and then breathing heat and energy into them. Exhaling any tension or discomfort. Stay in discomfort until it becomes comfortable. And then on the exhale, folding a little bit deeper. Great, then inhaling, coming back up to center. Taking your hands beside you to support you as you come back into Sukhasana, and then rocking up onto your hands and knees into tabletop position. In tabletop, hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips, tops of the feet are down, eyes of the elbows are facing forward. On the inhale, releasing the belly down, puffing the chest out, looking up. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tail, releasing the head. So using your breath here to guide you, inhaling belly down, puffing out, looking up. Exhaling, rounding and tucking. Taking one more. Coming back to neutral. When you're ready, inhaling left arm, right leg, bird dog, reach to the right heel, left middle finger, no sinking in the right shoulder. On the exhale, hand and knees down to the mat, around the back, elbow to spine. Elbow to knee, and then inhale, lengthen back up. So exhaling, and then inhaling, lengthening. Taking one more. Great, and then releasing that left arm down to the forearm and bringing the right hand out a little bit wider. Inhale that right leg up to side hip raise, straighten out that right leg and point the toe. Begin to just circle forward here a little bit. Again, we're warming up the hips, activating those hips. And then reversing. And then push through the heel, let's go forward, nice. and then back. Great, and then releasing that right knee down, coming back up onto both hands now. And we're gonna inhale, right arm, left leg, bird dog. So again, heel, middle finger, no sinking in the shoulder. On the exhale, down to the mat, around the back, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen back. Taking one more. Great, releasing that left arm, that right arm down to the forearm, left hand comes out wide. We're gonna inhale that left leg up to a side hip raise, straighten it out, point the toe, circle forward. And then circle back, still toe pointed. Breathing here always. Good, and then point through the heel, or push through the heel, circle forward. Breathing, breathing. And then backwards. Nice and controlled, little circles. Hopefully you're getting a little bit of burn. Great, and then releasing that left knee down. Bring that right hand up. Okay, and then we're gonna bring those knees wide, big toes together. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, release the sit bones back. Let the arms come out in front. Wide-legged child's pose. Take several breaths here. Knowing that you can come to child's at any time during the practice, right? This is your time on your mat. And then inhaling, coming back up, hands back underneath shoulders, knees back underneath the hips. Curl your toes under. On the exhale, push up, downward facing dog. Roll your shoulder blades towards your armpits, push up and back through your hips. Weight in your fingertips, not in your wrist, head is relaxed, ears are aligned with the arms. Beginning to pedal at the feet here if you choose, lifting one heel, bending that knee, and then the other. And then on the exhale, let those heels go back as far as they may. Push through your hips a little bit more. Find more length in your spine. Squeeze the front of your thighs. If your heels are down, lifting up those toes here, okay? Working on stretching out the back of the legs, really important for the final pose. And then gazing at your hands, bending your knees, stepping your feet up to meet. Inhaling to a halfway lift, flatten out the back, extend out through the crown. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, left elbow, right hand, right elbow, left. Release the head in between. Begin to rock here from side to side. In ragdoll, knees are bent. Head is heavy. Just letting it go. And letting those hands hang all the way down. Knees still bent, head still heavy as we begin to inhale and roll up. Ever so slowly. One vertebrae at a time. Coming into Tadasana, roll your shoulders down and back, extend up through the crown of your head, reach through your fingertips, internally rotate your thighs. Take a few breaths here, grounding and expanding, finding strength within. And then inhaling the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, lead with your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten it out. Bend the knees, bring the hands down, step back plank, high push-up position. Holding plank here, releasing to the knees, up to you. If you're holding, all 10 toes are down, spine is long, core is engaged, and we're breathing. Great, and letting yourself shift forward a little bit, knees down, tops of the feet, legs together. Exhale, modify chaturanga, all the way down. Inhaling, rising up, cobra. Shoulders are back, down and away. Pull that chest forward. Open up the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders, push up and back, squeeze the front of the thighs. Gazing at your hands, step, hop, float your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, lead with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back plank. Knees down or not. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Gaze at the hands, step, hop, float. Your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back plank, knees down or not. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward. Open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Inhale the right leg back, push through the heel. On the exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the right elbow, hover and hold. You can stay there, or if you want on the inhale, let that right knee slide down that right arm, and then exhale, bring it back up. And then we're going to inhale that right leg back up again, push through the heel, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, right foot comes through to the outside of the right hand. Foot at 45-degree angle, knee over ankle. Okay, you can stay here. If this is too much, release that left knee down. If you want to go deeper, keeping left knee up, coming down onto the forearms, opening up. And you can stay here if you want to take that right hand onto the inside of that right leg, not on the knee though. And you can just kind of open up here and let the right foot turn onto the outside edge of that right foot. Great, if you have that, release it. We're going to take another breath here, just holding. And then if you're on your forearms, come back up onto your hands. If your back knee is down, bring it on up. Step right foot back to meet the left. Knees down or not, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward. Open up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Inhale the left leg back, push through the heel. On the exhale, left knee comes to left elbow. On the outside, hover and hold. You can stay there or inhale, slide it down. Exhale, slide it back up. And we're going to inhale. Push through that heel again. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. On the exhale, left foot sweeps through outside of left hand, 45-degree angle. Knee over ankle, back knee always can go down if you want, or up, choosing to come down to forearms. Again, if you choose. And then if you want, you can take that left hand to the inside of that left leg, but not on the knee. Let the foot come onto the outside edge, and then just begin to push it and open it up. You should be getting a good stretch on the outside of that left glute and hip. Then releasing that again, taking a few breaths here just in standard. Letting that openness begin to happen. Great, and then coming up onto your hands. Knee up if it's down. Step left foot back to meet the right. Knees down or not, exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward. Open up, exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Gaze at the hands, step, hop, float the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, lead with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten it out. Step back plank, high push-up position. Knees down or not, we're taking it slow because we love to savor our chaturangas. Okay, so if you need to, always go down to the knees. We're going to inhale, exhale for chat, ta, ra, ga, dan, da, sa, na. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward. Open up, exhale, downward facing dog, roll shoulders, push up and back. Feet together in the back. Inhale the right leg up, bend the right knee, stack that right hip, really open up here. On the exhale, right foot comes through right hand. Left foot grounds out 60 to 90, heel to arch, hands on instep. Windmill up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So open up those hips to the side, keep that right knee over that right ankle, push that left hip back and drive through that left pinky toe and outside edge. So looking for some openness here, we're gonna gaze over that right hand, reach, 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 arm on leg, outside, inside, block or not, left arm reaches up, Parsvakonasana. Side angle, keep pushing that left hip back. You can stay there if you want, left arm over the head, pinky side down to extended, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Or going for that bind, right arm snakes under right leg, left arm up back behind, and hold it. And if you have that bind, release it. Gaze back up at that left hand, bring it towards the ceiling. We gaze and inhale, rise. Gaze over the right. Windmill. Step it back. Knees down or down. Again, we take it slow. Exhale for cha, ta, ra, ga, dan, da, sa, na. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up, exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Feet together in the back. Inhale the left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. On the exhale, left foot sweeps through left hand, right foot 60 to 90, heel to arch, hands on instep. Windmill up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Again, hips open to the side, drive through the outside edge of the right foot and that pinky toe. Left knee over left ankle, shoulders rolled back down and away. Find it in the hips. And then as we gaze over left hand, we're gonna reach, reach, arm on leg, outside, inside, block or not, Parsvakonasana, side angle. If you choose, that right arm can come over the head, pinky side down to extended. Utthita Parsvakonasana. And then if you choose, you can go for that bind. Left arm snakes under left leg, right arm up back behind. If you have the bind, release it. If you're in extended, bring that right arm back up. That's where we gaze as we inhale, rise. Gaze over the left. Windmill. Step it back, knees down or not. Again, we savor that beloved chaturanga. We inhale, exhale, cha, ta. Oh my God, you guys, it's so good. Ga, dan, da, sa, na. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and pull forward. Open up, exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Gazing at the hands, step, hop, float to your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take a moment here. Bring those arms behind the legs. You can either hold the wrists or behind the legs, just not the knees. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, begin to concave forward. Let the weight come into the front of the toes here. Any pain behind the knees, you can bend them. And then hands to shins. Inhaling up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, lead with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back plank, knees down or not. Exhale, still. Give it some respect. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward, open up. Exhale, downward facing dog, roll shoulders, push up and back, feet together. Inhale the right leg up, bend the knees, stack the hip, open up. On the exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow, hover and hold. You can stay there. Again, inhale, slide it down. Exhale, slide it back up. And we're going to inhale, stack, 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 open, 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 open. Exhale, right foot comes through short of right hand. Left foot 60 to 90. Heel to arch, hands instep. Windmill up short of Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten out both legs. Open up those hips to the side. Adjust your yoga pants. Okay, drive through the outside edge of that left foot. Gaze over the right middle finger. We're going to inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Squeeze the front of the thighs. Lengthen. Release. Hand on shin, foot outside, inside. Block or not. Extend out through that right shoulder. Find more length in the right rib cage. 4. Trikonasana. Triangle pose here. Taking several breaths. You can stay here if you want. Inhale, bring the toes up off the ground so you're flexing the foot. And on the exhale, coming back up, coming back down. Great. And then if you want, bring that left arm over the head, pinky side down to extended. Utthita Trikonasana. And then you can stay here if you want. Ground through those legs, activate the core. Inhale that right arm up as well. And then that right hand comes down. Left arm reaches. That's where we gaze. We inhale, rise. Gaze over the right. Bend the knee. Windmill it. Step it back. Knees down or not. Exhale. Chaturanga. Never rushing it. Inhaling upward facing dog or cobra, pulling forward. Exhaling downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back, feet together. Inhale that left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. And then on the exhale, left knee goes to right elbow. You can hover and hold or inhale, slide it down. Exhale, back up. We're going to inhale, stack, 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 open, open, open. On the exhale, left foot sweeps through just short of left hand. Right foot 60 to 90, heel to arch, hands on instep. Windmill up short, Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten out those legs. Open up those hips. Squeeze the front of the thighs. Gaze over that left middle finger. We inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Take the time. Lengthen, release. Hand on shin, foot outside, inside. Block or not. Reach out through that left shoulder. Lengthen those left arms for Trikonasana. Take a few moments here, really important to start lengthening out those hamstrings for the final pose. And then if you want, again, we can inhale, bring the toes up, exhale down. Great, and then gazing down at that left foot, you can stay here or bring that right arm over the head, pinky side down to extended, Utthita Trikonasana. And then again, you can stay there if you want, bringing that left arm up as well, reaching, activating the core. And then that left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. We're gazing, inhale, rise. Gaze over the left, bend the knee. Windmill it, step it back, knees down or not, but never rushing. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up, exhale. Downward facing dog, roll your shoulders, push up and back. Gaze at your hands, step up, float the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Take those arms behind the legs here again. Letting the weight come onto the toes. We inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Push the sit bones up towards the ceiling as the head reaches towards the ground. And then on the exhale, the top of the body reaches towards the bottom of the body. Great, then bring those hands to your shins. Inhaling up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, reverse, one dive. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, lead with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift, step back plank. Knees down or not, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward, open up. Exhale, downward facing dog, roll shoulders, push up and back. Inhale the right leg up, push through the heel. On the exhale, bring the right foot through, just short of the right hand again. Left foot is going to be on the toes to begin with. We're going to inhale, rise up to this kind of short high lunge. We're going to let that left foot ground out, almost facing forward, but not quite. Straighten out that right leg, square those hips towards the front, internally rotate the thighs. Take those hands behind you. You can either go into reverse prayer here, hold them on the sacrum, or you can just bring them up here, up to you. And then we're going to begin to inhale and open up. And then inhaling, coming up. Great, now we're going to inhale, lengthen, exhale, beginning to fold. You can stay here if you want, bring both hands down. You can use 2 blocks here. If they're on the ground, turn those hands around. And then begin to inhale, lengthen, exhale, begin to walk your hands backward. And then inhaling, coming up to a halfway lift, bringing that left hand either on the inside of the right foot or on the foot or on the outside. Let that left hip move a little bit more forward, bring the right hip up, back behind. Inhaling, right arm up. Parsvariti Trikonasana, revolved triangle. Great, then gazing down at that right foot, slight bend in the knee, bring left hand towards the left top corner of the mat. You can use a block. Inhale that left leg up for Parsvariti Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon, pushing through both heels, left hip towards the floor, right arm reaching up actively. Great, then bringing that right hand down, bend that left knee, inhaling, lengthening it up here. We're going to inhale, lengthen, begin to exhale, fold, fold. In the standing splits here, you can stay here. If you want, taking hold of the right leg with the right hand. Perhaps with the left as well. And if you have the hold to release it, both hands on the corners of the mat, bend the right knee, release the left foot back. Inhaling, rising up, high lunge. Bring those hands on down, step right foot back to meet the left. Knees down or not, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, pull forward, open up, exhale, downward facing dog, roll shoulders, push up and back, squeeze the front of the thighs. Inhale the left leg up, push through the heel. On the exhale, left foot comes through just short of left hand, right foot's on those toes. Inhale, rise up, short, high lunge. And we're gonna let that right foot come onto the heel, slightly wide perhaps, and almost facing forward. Straighten out that left leg, square the hips towards the front of the mat, internally rotate the thighs. Hands come behind, and you can hold, or in reverse prayer, we're gonna inhale, come on back. And then inhaling, coming up. Again, take the time. We're going to inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. And then if you want, you can bring those hands down. If you need blocks, using blocks. If they're on the mat, turn them around. And you're going to be into inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold, walking yourself in. And then gazing up at that left foot, taking that right hand either onto the instep, onto the foot, or onto the outstep. Let that right hip move forward a little bit. Left hip moves up and back behind. We're going to inhale that left arm up. Parsvriti Trikonasana, revolve triangle. Gazing down at that left foot, bend that left knee. Right hand goes to the top right hand corner of the mat. You can use a block. Inhale that right leg up. Parsvriti Ardha Chandrasana, revolved half moon. Pushing through both heels. And then that left hand's gonna come down. We're gonna bend that right knee and then straightening it up, coming in for standing splits. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, folding. And again, if you choose, perhaps that left hand comes, it takes hold of that left leg. Perhaps you feel the balance to take hold with the right hand as well. Whatever hold you have, release it. Hands on the corners of the mat, bend that left knee, release the right foot back. Coming up, high lunge. Bring those hands on down, step it back. Knees down or not, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up, push through the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll shoulders, push up and back. Gaze at the hands, step, hop, float to your feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, lead with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift, step back plank. Knees down or not, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up. Exhale, downward facing dog, feet together. Inhale the right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. On the exhale, the right knee comes behind the right wrist, right ankle comes behind the left wrist. Let that leg come down. Left foot goes out, baby step it back. If you need a block here or a cushion underneath that right hip, do so. Toes are going to be towards the knee here. Hips are square towards the front. Taking hold of the mat on either side. We're going to begin to inhale and open up. And then inhaling, coming up, hands out in front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sphinx arms. Inhale, crown. Exhale, down. Any pain in that right knee, bring the foot closer to the left hip. Not going deep enough. Go further. Let that right hip open, really important here. And then inhaling, coming up, bringing those hands underneath the shoulders. Curl your left toes under, push up. The right knee can just go behind the left wrist and you can open up here, or let the right leg go all the way out to the left side, instep of left foot. Inhale, left arm up, star. Open up, push foot through the feet as well as that right hand, not sinking. And then the left hand comes down. Inhale, right leg up to three-legged dog. You can stay here, or let that left foot flip onto the outside. Let the right foot flip you. Wild thing. Open up. Right hand comes down. Right foot, knees down or not. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together in the back. Inhale that left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip, open up. On the exhale, left knee sweeps through behind the left wrist. Left ankle goes behind the right wrist. Top of that right foot down, baby step it back. Toenails towards the knee here. Straighten out your shirt. Okay, take hold of the mat on either side. Again, you can get a block underneath that left hip if you need. And then we begin to inhale and open up. And then inhaling, coming up, bringing those hands out in front. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, down to Sphinx arms. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, all the way down. Get any pain in that left knee. Move the foot closer to the right hip. Not going deep enough, bring further away. Going deep here. Letting it open. Great, and then inhaling, coming up, hands back underneath the shoulders. Curl your right toes under, push up. Again, the left knee can just go behind the right wrist, or the left leg all the way out to the right side. Instep of right foot. Inhale, right arm up, star again. Use the feet. No sinking, but expanding. And then that right hand comes down. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog, bent knees, stacked hips, open up. You can stay here, doing some hip circles. Or let that left foot flip you. Wild thing. Open up. And then the left hand comes down, left foot down, knees down or not. If you want, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Pull forward, open up, exhale. Downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders towards your armpits. Push up and back through your hips. Weight in your fingertips, not your wrists. Taking a moment here. Now beginning to walk those hands towards the feet. Getting that stretch. And then walking those hands back out into standard down dog. And then if you want, coming down onto the forearms into dolphin pose. Stretching out the back of the legs a little bit more. Really important here. And if you're on your hands, you either come up one at a time or push through both. Push back a little bit here. And then gazing at the hands, step, hop, float the feet forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, folding. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So now you can take your shirt if you want and tuck in, because I like to a little bit here. Okay, you can either just go for vrikasana, tree pose, so the foot can either kickstand, calf, or upper thigh, but never on the knee here. So never on the kneecap, always above or below, okay? Or if you're interested in taking the final pose for today, you're going to take that right foot into the left hand, move the calf flesh out of the way, and then release it here. Okay, so you're in this like half lotus position. We're just gonna take a few breaths here, let that whole right leg begin to open. So again, if you're in vrikasana, you can bring those arms up. Actually, if you're in half lotus as well, you're gonna bring those arms up. Flex that right foot here, so toenails towards the knee. Then we're gonna begin to exhale and hinge forward. Hinge forward, coming all the way down. And if you want, you can bend that left knee to get down a little bit lower. You're going to clasp that left arm with that right foot, and then extend the left leg out. And then bring it back in. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, inhaling, which might be the hardest part actually, Coming back up. Taking a few breaths there. Perhaps readjusting the foot now, bringing it up a little bit higher again. And then release it down. Shake it out. So now you know what we're doing. On to the other side. So grounding through that right foot. Again, you can just do Vrksasana. Okay? Ankle, kickstand, calf, or upper thigh. Okay? You're taking Ekapada Galavanasana. We're going to take that left foot into the right hand. Remove the flesh. Release it on. Taking a few breaths here. Again, arms are going to come up. But again, we're just going to focus on opening up this hip first. And then flex through that left heel. On the exhale, beginning to hinge forward. And then you're going to start to hook that left leg around that right upper arm. And then slowly begin to extend that right leg out. And then bring it back in. Take a moment. My left leg slid down a little low. Still flew though. And now for me, always the hardest part is the balancing on coming up. And again, if you choose, readjust here. I should have said it before, if you're new to arm balances, always using a pillow as a crash pad. Dental work is always expensive. Bringing those hands to heart center. Releasing that left leg down. Shaking it out. Great, up to the top of the mat here. So toes together. Okay, knees together. We're going to bring those hands to heart center here. Okay, we're going to exhale, come down. Okay, into this sort of Utkatasana chair pose. Okay, tuck the belly in, tuck the bum in. And we're going to reach forward here. Reach forward, make sure the knees don't go past the toes. Reaching, reaching, bum comes down, control, control, control all the way down. Bring the feet out a little bit and then begin to roll it down onto the ground. Great. Bring those feet close to the sit bones. Okay, there can always be a block in between the knees here if you choose. Pushing through the heels and the outside edges of the feet. Inhaling, lifting the hips up. Opening up here. You can stay here and bridge, or if you choose, roll one shoulder underneath you, then the other. Clasp the hands. Open up. Pushing the sternum, middle of the ribcage, up, back, behind the head. Use those inhales. And if your hands are clasped, unclasp them. Let one shoulder unroll, then the other. Come down with control from shoulders to tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Great, taking a few breaths there in neutral spine. And then if you want, you can come back up into bridge here. Or if it is available for you, you can take Urdhva Wheel pose for wheel. The hands go next to the ears with the fingertips facing towards the shoulders. We let the elbows go out wide, bring the elbows above our head, and then roll those shoulder blades down the back here. Imagining a block in between the elbows you cannot drop. We inhale, come up to our head, and then we inhale, come all the way up. Never hanging out on the head. Or taking bridge, up to you. Keep those knees in line with the ankles. And then bending the elbows, letting the head sweep towards the hands. Coming back into bridge, take a few breaths here. Perhaps I always like to go into like a supported bridge. For some reason, I find this very just relaxing. And if your hands are clasped, unclasp. If you have the support, release it. One shoulder unrolls, then the other, using the front of the body to release the back of the body. One vertebrae at a time. Great, coming all the way down. If you want, bring your feet out wide on the mat on the exhale, just let the knees rock to one side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, over to the other side. Great, and then when you're ready on the exhale, bring both knees into the chest, cross the ankles, hands behind the knees, rock up to seated position. Let the right leg go out in front of you, left leg comes in. Remove the flesh from the right sit bone, push through the right heel. Inhale your arms up on the exhale, hinge forward, Janu Sirsasana. So if you need a strap, grab a strap, okay? If there's any pain behind the knee, keep it bent. Otherwise, keep it straight and squeeze the VMO, the quadriceps around the knee above it, okay? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Remember, it's two directions, down and forward. And then reaching through your hands, inhaling, rising up. Bring your hands next to you. Left leg goes out. Right leg comes in. Remove the flesh. Square yourself. Push through the heel. Inhale your arms up. On the exhale, hinge forward, Janu Sirsasana. So never making one side, try to match the other. As you can see, my left is just a little bit tighter than my right. It is okay. I love it just the same. Okay, and then reaching through your hands, inhaling your arms up, bringing them next to you. Okay, let the feet come out wide on the mat, scoot the bum forward, coming down onto your back. Arms are at your side with the palms facing up. Let your left leg go out straight. On the exhale, bring the right knee into your chest and hug it in. Right arm comes out to right side in T formation. Turning gaze, look over at the right arm. Make sure the feet are relaxed. We're going to inhale. Exhale, release right leg to left, keeping right shoulder down. Single leg, supine twist. Great, inhaling, coming back up, releasing that right leg out straight. On the exhale, left knee into chest, hug it in. Left arm, left side, T formation, turning gaze, inhale. Exhale, release left leg to right, keeping left shoulder down. Inhaling, coming back up to center, bring both knees into the chest wide with the feet flexed. Perhaps a little ankle circles here. And then let the feet come out wide on the mat, knees bent, feet wide. Arms are at your side with the palms facing up. Let your right leg begin to become heavy as it opens up towards the floor. When your left hip shifts, let your right leg slide out straight, foot flopping. Left knee heavy, opens up towards the floor. When the right hip shifts, left leg slides out straight, foot flopping. And closing your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. 4, Shavasana. Final relaxation, corpse pose. Deep inhales, deep exhales. No thoughts, just breath. I have come to accept the feeling of not knowing where I am going. And I've trained myself to love it. Because it is only when we are suspended in midair with no landing in sight that we force our wings to unravel and alas begin our flight. And as we fly, we still may not know where we are going to. But the miracle is in the unfolding of the wings. You may not know where you are going, but you know that so long as you can spread your wings, the winds will carry you. Everybody taking a really big inhale here, expanding out the belly. Open up your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. And then wiggling your toes and wiggling your fingers, rolling your ankles, rolling your wrists, bringing your knees into your chest and hugging them in, nice and tight, hugging yourself. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto your right side into fetal position. And taking a moment there. Taking a moment for yourself, by yourself, with yourself. Love yourself. And then when you're ready, placing your left hand on the floor in front of your face and using that to help you sit up and come into Sukhasana. Cross-legged pose, easy pose. Thank you all for joining me this evening. As always, I had a wonderful time. So at the quote at the end, so long as you believe in your ability to fly, so long as you're able to spread your wings, you'll never need a net. So please, go out there, take flight, see how far you can truly spread your wings and how far you can truly fly. Namaste.